Hello everybody, it's Gone Kayaking, I'm Clayton.
And I'm Darren.
And this is all about Zoran the Great-ish. It's a trip from Milford going out towards Barton to try and catch some surf, wasn't it? It was you, it was Captain Chris, it wasn't me, and it was Zoran, a first-time Gone Kayaker.
Correct, first time with us, and as you see he's got a really cool boat. It's a nice Valkyrie, you're not seeing double.
It is exactly the same as yours, bar the colour.
Exactly.
So that's a nice toy to be playing with. What was the plan for today?
We did fancy some surf. It would have been the first surf for Zoran in the sea kayak, but as you can see the surf was pretty non-existent. It was a bit rubbish, it was a bit blown out, too windy really.
Now Zoran is one of the followers on Gone Kayaking who got in touch and said he's local and wanted to come out and kayak, and we said yeah, that'd be great. So he got his first opportunity, and how was it? How was he?
No, it's good. He's finding his feet in the boat, but we're getting there.
Now, for those of you that aren't local but fancy coming down and maybe wanted to have some time out with us around the Solent, you can do. And guess what? You could stay in Darren's Airbnb because he's just had a fabulous new extension put on to his bungalow. And I have to say, Darren, it looks very impressive, doesn't it?
I like to think so, yeah. It's a shameless plug, but here it is. It's easy reach to all the routes that we've been doing over all these videos. So perfect place to keep your boats and go for a play. And
not only that, there's parking for one, and you can, if you need to, you can always clean your boats down after in the garden, correct?
Absolutely.
It does look very swish. And then you get to meet us if you fancied it, or not. If you just fancy coming down here and going out and not having anything to do with any kayaking, then you're more than welcome. So back out again after stopping in the Secret Surf Beach, and actually did catch.
We caught a couple, but yeah, they weren't massive. They weren't life-changing, but anyone's good.
Why are you putting your paddle in there like that?
It saves falling over.
Ah, okay. So you're kind of leaning into it, but using the paddle to stop you going all the way over.
It gives you the chance to turn as well. If you use the rudder when you're up planing like that, it's a lot of force on the rudder, so you use the paddle more.
Now, you're pretty much the expert at it. Captain Chris, he's getting good at it, and Zoran was having a go at it.
He did have a little go.
So this is what, look at that, he leaned in right over in that. I'm sure I've seen people probably lean over a bit further than that.
These waves they're not Hawaii, are they?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's not
No.
You could play that music, but we've got better music instead.
Yeah, we're not so good with the singing.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, shame. Slow motion!
He caught the wave.
Didn't he just?
But it was a brief moment of glory.
And a gobful of the Solent. So Zoran officially christened in his boat out with Gone Kayaking crew. But now this is the good bit, isn't it? Because he wasn't able to do a roll, but this is how you can do a rescue.
Yeah, he got the chance to test some rescue skills.
So talk us through this, what needs to be done and how do you do it?
Well, the first was get him in the position so he's not between the boats and interfering with what we're up to. And then you'll see in a moment, once he gets up to the front, then it gives me the chance to empty his boat out. It saves a lot of pumping later.
Always handy to have pumps. There is a pump on Zoran's boat, there's one on yours as well, isn't there?
Yeah. We're sort of shouting instructions. He was grabbing both boats initially, so I couldn't move it round to empty it.
That doesn't help.
Got to start somewhere.
Well, it's important, isn't it? Listen, follow instructions, don't panic. And then
empty out the bathtub.
Look at that, you're able to turn it over, empty it out. Captain Chris is on patrol.
He's gearing up for his adventure.
Yes, because something else went awry, didn't it? As well as Zoran going over.
We didn't want to be left out.
No.
Must have been getting a bit hot in his latex underpants.
But not only that, was it who lost a hat then? So who lost the hat? Was it Zoran? Because he's got his hat on at the moment. Or did Chris lose his hat?
That's a good question.
Well, anyway, he's off to find a hat. But that's great. So Zoran's coming up legs first, legs akimbo, up onto the kayak. And you're holding it in stable, aren't you? So that he doesn't go over and you don't go over.
Yeah, I can lean across both. No, he's not got a hat, he's just got more hair than me.
Ah, that's where. So his hat has now gone and trying to get in.
So Captain Chris, doing his good deed for the day, he went off looking for that hat.
Yes, hat inspector. Don't want to leave anything in the Solent. Or the English Channel, which is exactly where we are at that moment in time. While Zoran's now getting his spray deck back on and thinking, yeah, that was good fun.
If only I had my hat.
Well, that's all right, because Chris will get it now. It's fine. Go on, Chris, you got it.
It's
There
so
it
close. Ish. Oh dear.
No! Shame. Another one's over.
We may have laughed at him.
2 for the price of 1.
Absolutely.
Now, it's a lot easier for Captain Chris because he's got the sit on. He can just do it all by himself. Doesn't need any help from anybody. But he has got the hat. That's the important thing. And this is how he gets back in.
It's all about the spandex.
It is, expertly. Look, he's got it all sorted.
Struggling for traction there.
Yes! What's going on with that leg?
Need a non-slip rug on the surface.
I think that was something. Well, that was a nice little adventure. So Zoran's gone in, Captain Chris has gone in, and now it's homeward bound.
Yeah, caught some waves, rescued some swimmers, and head back to the beach.
Things to take into consideration for this one: you had the tide, and you were looking for all the waves based on the weather the previous day.
Well, yeah, we were looking for these waves, but obviously it's a little bit windy, so the waves were just blown flat. Not much use really. But main thing really here was we've got someone with us that's not done a lot of flying hours in that boat at least, and so it wasn't very comfortable. Didn't want to go offshore. We weren't looking for major waves to go and drown him just on the start of his new career in a Valkyrie.
But nonetheless, a nice confidence-boosting day for him, and a good opportunity to really get a feel for the boat.
Indeed, it's always good to do your rescues. We didn't have one planned for that day, but there you go, we did it anyway.
And the water not overly cold.
Well, he had a super suit on, so that was very good for him.
A super suit?
A dry suit.
Okay.
I may have been watching The Incredibles.
Yeah, super suit. And then, so back in, up to Milford, easy get out.
For most.
Yeah, well, Captain Chris has had his C-3PO moments, and if you haven't seen that, please check out our previous videos and see Captain Chris doing his absolute best Star Wars impression. Darren, the expert, just going in with a bit of rear entry.
Yes.
Look at that, calm as you like.
That's because there's no rocker on the front of these, so it's a bit of rocker at the back, so it slides up the beach nicely. If you go in forwards, it just spears the nose into the beach, which just, it seems a little painful. It's always good to just get some traction on the beach, because you can get washed back out.
Yeah, so Zoran here, this is perhaps not the best way to be getting out of your boat whilst it's still moving.
There's scope to improve.
Oh, where's he going now? Well, at least he's doing this at Milford and not in Lymington, where everyone's sat around having their ice cream and coffee. Oh dear. Well, that just about wraps up our coverage from this edition of Gone Kayaking. We hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. And we'll just leave you with Zoran going in again. And our next episode will be taking him to the island. Remember, stay safe, people.